Pod Chef. Pod Chef. Pod Chef. Pod Chef. You're listening to Pod Chef. When I say pod, y'all say chef. Pod Chef. You listening to Pod Chef. It's a podcast about Top Chef, and that's a broadcast. It's on TV, and you can watch it. They hella deep, 20 seasons, that's a lot, kid. But you can skip those. We do recaps about the whole show. Not the food, though, but the other stuff. Yeah. You're now listening to Pod Chef, the only official podcast about the TV show Top Chef, with your hosts, Jamal, Brian, and Reeves. And I only said their first names because I don't know everyone's last name, and I'm trying to be polite. Now enjoy the show.
Welcome back to Pod Chef, the official Top Chef podcast. I'm your host, Jamal. With me, as always, is my co-host, Reeves. Say, what's up?
We chef.
And we're already in the kitchen.
How many wees did we hear this episode, by the way?
Too many wees to count.
This is like a thing he says. It was so startling when they'd say that.
Are you talking about me or when they said it on the show?
On the show, There was like some guy who kept saying, okay, maybe I was overly thinking about how he was saying things.
Listen, Rosie, you can't overthink Top Chef.
Yeah, you can't.
It's for the mind,
Yeah.
for people to dig in and really absorb, because there's a lot of layers there.
Yeah, leave that to us. We'll get there for
the
you.
experts. Whew, thanks.
The trap I fall into is underthinking Top Chef.
And then you miss everything.
And then I miss everything.
Get
Well,
to
the thing
another
is-
episode and you're like, where am I?
Yeah,
What is
you-
this?
You have to remember that when you finish watching Top Chef, you have to let it rest. It will continue to Top Chef. So if you don't do that, you will overthink it. But if you also think that it will rest not long enough, you'll end up underthinking it. It's a real. It's like a. It's
a
like a
whole
real.
thing.
You got to proof it.
It's a couple.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to proof the episode.
But you can't overproof it, though.
Well,
No,
then,
then it's like comes out all fucked up.
yeah.
And everyone's sick.
And then everyone gets mad, like, this is too doughy.
Yeah.
I'm throwing up.
Yeah.
I'm throwing up this Top Chef episode. So gross.
You overproof this. It's too dense, this episode.
Puke.
And it's all because the episodes are very heady.
Yes.
Chef. We chef.
It's that good heady shit. It's not mid. And Rose is in LA. She knows what that means.
I know exactly what that means. I also got very confused. I thought I was watching the wrong episode when I started because I forgot they have an episode before the episode where like I guess it's Last Chance. So I was like, oh, I'm watching the wrong one. So I watched like 2 of the wrong episodes again, like actual wrong episodes. And then I was like, wait a minute. No, they're going to get there eventually. I overthought it. It's exactly what you were saying.
So you're super caught up then.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
good.
Ooh, yeah.
So for those listening, you know who's here. Rosie's here. Brian's here.
Yeah.
Everyone's here. That's the intros. Rosie Grant, who's in LA. Are you still jet setting across the country, doing these news interviews and profiles?
I am. It did just happen. So the one time I was like actually jet set was the same night that we were supposed to record this.
Yeah.
What was it, back in November? That's
Yeah.
the only time I've ever been like flown to do anything. And I felt like I was making it up when I was like messaging you guys being like, I'm so sorry I have to reschedule. It's not happened since then, but maybe I need to do more of these episodes just for news people.
Well, let's
to
talk
reach
about the
out.
timing. Let's talk about the timing. The last time you did Pod Chef.
Yes.
And then when you blew the fuck up and went absolutely napalm explode style, hot as shit, showing up on Drew Barrymore and freaking Good Morning USA America and all these TV shows. You're everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a really crazy. I mean, I think it was because, especially since that when we were supposed to record, Halloween happened, and so everyone, if people would listen to the last episode, I cook recipes on gravestones. It's like I think the pinnacle moment was on the Drew Barrymore show, and Ina Garten was making fun of me. And I was like, I've made it. When Ina Garten thinks I'm a bad cook. Because they were commenting on my videos. They're like, "Oh, she's not a very good cook," and I was like, "They're not wrong about that." So that was my like humble moment. Now it's coming out and it's like coming. This is like ultimately just getting back on the Pod Chef podcast. Now I've made it.
Let me just say that you got her back because you mispronounced her name. So you got that. You
You're
really
right.
fucked her over. You really got her back for that one.
Wait, how do you say your name?
Take that, Ina. Take that.
Ina. Oh my gosh, Ina, I'm so sorry. I know you.
No,
listen
you're
to this,
coming for her.
Ina.
She made fun of you. You're coming for her.
You came
Isn't
for
it-
her, and
Hold
then you
on a
kind of
second.
subtly came at our podcast by saying you did all those things and then had time to come back and do our podcast. Like, we're
Being
maybe
that like this
less
is the
than
pinnacle.
those?
No, that this is the pinnacle that you're building
Okay.
up to it.
Yeah.
Revisionist history here. We'll see.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like anyone who actually like understands cooking, like basically now I'm in the universe of like, oh, I think I thought I knew how to cook. I think I came in very confident into the Top Chef podcast last time, being like, I'm gonna cook a lot. And then now I've been like, now that I've been watching more Top Chef, I'm like, I don't know anything about cooking. So I'm having to like step back and realize I need to know a lot more about the world of cooking.
You don't know Jack.
I don't know Jack, exactly.
That's how we all feel. This is why I underthink
You
Top
was-
Chef.
every episode.
Yeah, so I go in and I'm like, I don't know what's going to happen, but I know I'm going to learn a lot.
Exactly.
So you have beef with the Barefoot Contessa.
I do.
She clapped at you, you clapped back.
Yeah.
I don't want to be there when you guys kind of settle your score, Nipsey Hussle style. What else is going on in LA?
What else is going on in LA? Top Chef related or food related or just
With you.
What do you think
With
this is?
me?
A Top Chef podcast? Talk about whatever you want. This is the first 30 minutes. We don't talk about Top Chef at all here.
Fuck
This is
Top
where we're
Chef.
trying to get
Hell
people to
no.
log out.
Yeah.
I don't love Los Angeles.
Speak
I
on
was
that.
in
Sorry.
Yeah, so I feel like I was in Maryland when I was doing this last time, and I think I'd found my like happy place. I like really, really liked living in Maryland, being close to DC. I feel like these are like cities that are very accessible for the things that I wanted, and LA it's just too much of everything. I just heard a really funny way to describe decisions in LA. Everyone needs a hug before they make a decision. And I think that's the best way to describe the
crap.
city.
Holy
Yeah.
And
crap.
is that a
It's
new
just, like, a
idea?
lot.
Yeah, is that a new idea?
business venture, possibly?
Maybe you start.
Hugging
Wow.
people
Yeah,
before.
maybe you start. What kind of dish would be kind of a hug you'd give to someone before
Ooh.
they go do something in LA?
A dish that would be a hug. I feel
Yeah.
like something like a warm, like a ramen soup,
Yeah,
or
soup or
something
something.
warm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like dumplings or something very different, but it feels like a blanket around you.
Start the hugging archives.
Right?
Yeah, this is your spin-off.
This is the new TikTok series. Honestly, that's a genius idea. I like
Okay.
that.
Now,
Okay, well,
take-
it's on audio now, so
It's
Jamal,
ours.
So
you
it's
own
yours.
some of
You're
the
right.
idea too.
No, you should do it. I'm not going to do anything with it. I got no time.
We aren't allowed to be
No
on.
time.
Let's just get it out of here.
Yeah,
we
let's get
didn't.
it out there.
We're not allowed on TikTok.
Why not? What?
It's a whole. It's an international dispute
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some stuff I said about China and
the
NBA.
balloon. Jamal took a trip on a balloon, and it ended
I
up
forgot about
being
that.
Chinese spy balloon, and and now China is mad at us.
And
We're
I
not
was
allowed
also
on TikTok.
yeah.
They're
I was wearing a
mad.
shirt that had LeBron James with Mickey Mouse ears. And I was saying
Yes.
that the playoffs were rigged, and they didn't like that, so they shot me down.
It
Yeah.
was
Literally.
a lot of things on top of it, and also we did also make the American government very angry because
Yeah.
Jamal was spying.
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
got to make good
Shit.
with them too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I told you guys to stop bringing that up, but you keep doing it. I
Yeah.
don't know why.
Oh
Well,
my god.
That's also why we're banned from American platforms.
Yeah. So we can't go on the great American platforms.
McDonald's.com.
Oh man.
I got some
Burger-
great. I got some
Wow.
great front facing camera content for McDonald's.com, but I just can't put it up.
You can't put it up.
No.
Yeah.
I got
That's a
so
loss
much
to
stuff,
them.
and it's like I'm looking to the right, and I'm like, "Hey, Grimace." Then I'm looking to the left, another shot, and I'm like, yes, Mayor McCheese, and you could probably figure out where it goes from there.
Yeah, it crushes.
Yeah, and I'm wearing a hat in one, so you know that I'm a different person.
Yeah,
Really, it's, breaking the budget with these. We talked about it last time.
Yeah.
These people and these budgets for these videos.
Just need a pair of glasses, man.
Yeah.
2 characters right there, brother.
That's all you need.
Put a fucking cereal box on your head, and now you're the Pope. Come on.
Yeah.
So these are all visuals that are banned from the internet because you're not allowed on the interweb, on TikTok, on other American social
Yeah.
media.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can't put it on Instagram, can't put it on
No.
mcdonalds.com.
Mm.
We'll figure out a way to put it on. I'm going to try and reach out to some of these conservative platforms. Apparently you can put anything up there. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if
And
we
you
can
know
put
what?
some stuff up on
Speaking of
locals or
Top
something.
Chef, maybe we should reach out to Amar, who I heard is rabid conservative.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
And so
really?
we could maybe get some advice.
Oh no. I've really been liking him this season.
Yeah.
I have a
liked him too.
question. I have a question for you guys. You guys thought he wasn't going to be a conservative?
It did shock
good
me.
point.
Well, here's the.
I'll be honest. I'm problematic.
We know,
I make this mistake all the time. Usually with white people.
and that's okay.
Yeah, and that's fine usually. And I just call every white guy Tom and every white woman Emily.
You're pretty
And
close. You're
usually-
gonna.
yeah,
50%.
of the time.
Yeah.
I'm right on. And
Yeah.
then someone's like, "My name's Steven." I'm like, "Okay,
Yeah.
today."
They're like, oh, my dad's name is Tom. And then
Yeah.
they're like, confusion.
And my mom's name's Emily.
Yeah.
And it really is our job as white people, myself, Brian, and Rosie, to keep you accountable for your actions and call
Yep.
you out and
Uh-huh.
help you with those things.
Well, I have been getting away with this for so long, you know.
Yeah. At the same time, you do have to do some individual work. You can't always
Yeah.
lean on us for the
Yeah,
help
That's
to
true.
come to us and be like, hey, help me. Am I
Yeah.
doing this right? Because, like,
Yeah.
we got enough stuff going on in our lives.
Yeah. I can't keep coming to you and be like, "Hey, am I interacting with your race good?" I got to kind of do the work and be like,
Yeah. do
I
the
should
work.
know how to interact with white people better in a
Yeah.
healthy way that lets us connect and like doesn't treat them like they're lesser than, you know, like. So
That's the
I'll
journey.
keep working on
That's
it.
the
Yeah,
journey.
I'll keep working on it.
Did we tell Awesome Con that our show will have lots of discussion on race?
We.
Y'all are gonna be an awesome kind.
Wow, okay, well,
News,
that's-
news
oops.
update, Rosie.
Oops, it's
You're
out.
an
Just
awesome con.
drop that in
It's
there.
out.
Oh my god!
Hey, we got
Yeah.
a good time too.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah,
Oh, we got a prime time
slot.
slot. Yeah, prime time.
That's. I kind of want to go down and see y'all. That's awesome.
Well,
Hey.
keep your
And I
early
don't-
afternoon clear.
Keep your almost an hour after AwesomeCon opens clear.
Yeah, maybe you don't have lunch plans on the Friday. You can step out and watch our presentation at
Yeah.
AwesomeCon.
You got a Friday time? That's like prime time. That's awesome.
We can do our recording and then go see the rest of the shows.
Yeah,
I think that was the plan. Was they really
Yeah.
wanted us to see everything? So
Yeah,
we get
so they're like-
feedback on it.
So like, why don't you start as soon as we start handing out badges?
They
'cause
really
I've been to AwesomeCon at around 1:00 and no one's there, so it'll be good. It'll be good.
You'll bring the masses.
Yeah.
Let's be real. How many
Mhm.
numbers was we doing, even if we're getting a Friday at like a 9 p.m. slot? Are we
15 to
are we
30.
Are we going to compete with fucking
Yeah.
Sean Astin? You can't
Yes.
compete with Sean Astin.
Here's how I was gonna do it. I was gonna
With the
start
Black
walking
Power
around.
Ranger?
No, I was gonna start walking around, being like, "Hey, you guys hear about this podcast Sean Astin's doing? Pod Chef, who's gonna be guesting on
Hell
Pod
yeah.
Chef."
There
I
you
would've
go.
I'd be like, "You gotta go check him out. He's gonna be talking about food and like all this other stuff. Talking about Top Chef. He loves that show. You guys should check it out. 7:30 p.m. Friday night."
Yes.
I was gonna do that, but now it's kind of gonna be hard because I'm gonna have to get there at like 12 and stand in line with people in cosplay. Be like, "Hey, you guys hear about Sean Astin?"
Oh, we're gonna do cosplay, right? We should do cosplay as Top Chef people, so no
Oh
one
my
gets
God.
it. No one knows.
Wait,
Okay.
who would you all be? Who would y'all cosplay as?
Ooh.
Gail. Duh.
on the spot?
Duh.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like Tom's too on the nose.
Someone's got to be Tom.
I feel like I
I'll
have to
be
be
Tom.
Marcel.
Ooh, a Marcel would be good.
Marcel
Yeah.
maybe like post them trying to shave his head,
Yeah.
which I think
Mhm.
was shirtless and just completely disheveled
Yeah.
Yeah.
and very tired.
With a wife beater on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
People
Jamal
like
already
that.
claimed Gail I guess I'll be Padma then.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, but which Padma? Sports
I'll
Illustrated.
do Sports
Padma?
Illustrated swimsuit.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do Sports Illustrated swimsuit. She doesn't wish she was 20.
She what?
She never wants to go back to being 20 again, she said.
Well, yeah, because she had no money when she was 20.
She also looks amazing. I was taking notes on watching this episode, and I was like, "What does she do? Like, she also has looked amazing. Like, how does she do it?"
Oh, I didn't notice. I was just making eye contact the whole time.
With her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
nice.
actually am watching it for like the food and her
Yeah.
background on being a chef and
Her commentary.
Yeah, as soon as I realized it was a Sports Illustrated, I said, I can't watch this hedonistic stuff. So I closed my eyes and just listened. I was like, this is how we should be interacting. They're people.
I watch Top Chef for the articles.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I watch it for the hot people, apparently.
Yeah, well.
Well,
you admit it.
everyone's different. Yeah. Again, you're allowed to do that. I have work to do. You know? I have some work to do. So I can't be in that realm. But I hear that she looked great. I didn't see it, but I hear she looked great. She sounded great. So yeah. Brian, we're looking forward to that outfit.
Oh my gosh, Brian.
Yeah,
That's going to be
it's like-
amazing.
She's just wearing like little circle things.
Yeah, we're little circle things. Just
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I think they were coins because she doesn't use coins. She was like, this is worthless currency, so put it on my body.
I'll make it worth something.
Yeah.
Holy
This is what I
shit.
heard.
What's
This
up?
is what
Data's
I
going to
heard.
be at Awesome Con.
What?
Data?
LeVar Burton's going to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Reading Rainbow's going to be there.
Get that right.
Dude,
These
we're
are
up
all
there.
guests.
We're up there there's some big names that we're gonna be there like
Yeah.
rubbing elbows with.
Vin Diesel will be there.
Yeah, Vin Diesel.
Literally have like a panel of all
Yeah.
of these people as guests, like Sean Astin, tag
Yeah.
out Vin Diesel.
You
This
guys-
is what we proposed, and they shot that down.
Caesar.
So they just wanted the talk about racial equity.
I
That was like
guess.
the description that was sent with it. That's what they're.
That's
they're
what
like,
we said. So apparently every panel has to have some sort of DEI
nice.
RE aspect to it.
Nice.
And I am that for this show.
Yes, that's how we got through with ours.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to meet Caesar from Planet of the Apes. He's gonna be there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Love that movie.
I hope he's not wearing a collar this time. That was
yeah.
that was embarrassing at San Diego Comic-Con. He was walking around chained up, and I was like, I'm pretty sure in the movie he was free.
Yeah.
So not sure this is true to form. What's happening here? But who knows? Awesome Con's a different kind of con, if you know what I mean. And if you don't, you should go to Awesome Con. then
Speaking
you'll know
of
what I
which, if you are a Top Chef contestant and you want to be in our panel for Awesome Con, please get in contact with us.
Yes.
mean. Yeah,
Oh my
if you're
God,
listening
that's
right
so
now
cool.
and you're a Top Chef contestant, and you're like, "This is my favorite official Top Chef podcast. How do I get in contact with these guys?" Just leave us a review.
Yes, 5 stars, please. Or 4.
leave
We'll
us-
take 4.
We'll
We'll
take
take
4 at
whatever
this
review
point.
and just put your email in the review, and then we'll contact you that way.
Tell us who you are, what season you're from, and what you did that season.
Yes, because we
Mm.
probably don't know. Don't
No
remember
way you
you.
would
Maybe
recall.
we haven't even seen the season yet.
Yeah.
So
If it's anything above season
That
6,
helps.
don't know who you are.
You have to remind us.
All right, let's move on to our segment we do every week called Chefs I Prepared for You. This is a segment where we talk about what we had for dinner last night and only last night, and we present it as if we're presented to the judges on Top Chef. There will be a vote and a winner. I will go first. Chefs I prepared for you. Sauteed wild Gulf shrimp,
Ooh.
salted garlic kale, and Peruvian rice. Open for questions. Go ahead.
wild goldfish.
Wild sauteed Gulf shrimp.
Goldfish.
Glad they changed the name. It's nice.
I won't make the mistake of making goldfish fillets again. I'll tell you that right now.
It takes too long to get full.
Well, they look like
Salty.
orange slices.
Um,
Keeps messing up my brain.
I bet eating goldfish is good for your brain. Aren't they smart?
Mm.
No, they're
Dumb.
dumb.
They're
They're famously
dumb.
dumb. That's what
Yeah.
it is.
They're
Wait,
not.
goldfish are dumb? No, that's not
Yeah.
true. What?
Well,
That's
here's the
sarcasm?
problem with goldfish.
Am I
Here's
dumb?
What's the comparison.
Here's the thing with goldfish: the schools that they go to, they don't teach the test, and these tests are not for every kind of school. You know what I'm saying? So like you have these clownfish out here who don't care about school, and they're not trying to pass. But these goldfish, these richy riches, they're not actually passing. They're having their mom and dad pay off the people.
Oh
take
yeah,
the
they're
test,
doing
so
an Aunt Becky.
Yeah, that's why they're really dumb.
I hope Aunt Becky's at Awesome Con.
That's why they're called goldfish, by the way. They got so much money.
Dang,
dude.
Bro.
Did you cook the kale in the same pan as the shrimp?
Nah, dog. Separate pan.
Damn, that's too many pans, kid.
That's a lot of cleanup. How long did it take you to make this? You had 2 pans going at the same time?
2 pans going at the same time. The
And
rice
the
was
rice
pre-cooked. Rice was
pre-cooked.
already
Okay,
pre-cooked.
okay.
I always make a big batch. But then I was like, oh, I got no vegetable paired up with this shrimp. And I was like, fired it up. Put the kale down. I'm cruising with these stainless steel skillets I got from Made In, the chef's choice for cooking utensils.
y'all sponsored?
I am by Made
We
In.
are.
We actually are, but
We
not by
actually
them.
are.
Only Jamal is.
Yeah. I have my separate
That actually
sponsor.
sounds good.
Where is a Gulf shrimp from? Gulf of what?
Which golf?
Well, it depends on which tournament they're playing in.
Savannah.
Yeah,
Is
I think
it-
it is.
is it-
These were from Savannah. They had a southern drawl to them.
Mhm.
Okay. A tradition unlike any other shrimp. No, I'm wondering because you did the Gulf shrimp and the Peruvian stuff, and I'm trying to think where we at in this plate. Where we at with this plate?
I'm all over the world.
Yeah, baby, I'm traveling. I'm looking at wild shrimp, caught Gulf shrimp sizes. They're super colossal. Look at all of these sizes mean big.
Yep.
Wait, it
Except-
starts at colossal?
No. So okay, that's the biggest. I'm going from biggest to smallest.
Okay.
Super colossal is the biggest, then colossal, then extra jumbo, then extra large. The bottom two are the only two that don't mean big: medium and extra small.
I think mine are
We're
medium.
small.
Where's small? This is the craziest designation of sizes I've ever seen in my entire
There
life.
are no small. They quickly go through adolescence and jump to
Medium,
from extra small to
Colossal.
medium. Yeah.
super colossal.
If you're making T-shirts for Gulf Shrimp, you never make small.
So did you get extra colossal size, or what was the size?
No, they were out of extra
Jumbo.
colossals, so I just got extra large,
Extra large.
which are actually pretty small.
That's how they get
Yeah,
you.
it's only the third biggest.
Yeah, it's actually pretty small.
I wish human sizes were that. I'd be like, oh, what,
But you have to
what
understand,
size shirt
this
you
is-
wear? 2X. They'd be like, oh, that's pretty small still.
You're tiny.
Yeah.
You're so tiny. I could bite you up.
You have to understand these are shrimp sizes. It's not like we're measuring elephants. So a
Chefs-
colossal shrimp is so small.
Chefs, I prepared for you buttermilk brine, roasted chicken, the
Okay.
side of roasted
Whoa.
Brussels
Mashed
sprouts
potatoes? Oh, no.
and peppers.
Oh,
baby.
wow.
How many pans you use?
This was all pretty much done in the oven, but
Whoa.
It's too many pans.
Brussels sprouts and peppers on the same pan?
yeah, that's just because I had leftover peppers and I didn't.
Oh,
there
yeah.
there weren't enough Brussels sprouts because it probably would have just been that. But it was I had like only a couple left, so I threw in a little pepper. To
Any of
fill
those
it out.
peppers in the military?
No, they're flat-footed. They aren't allowed to
Okay.
enlist.
So no Sergeant Peppers. All
No
right.
Sergeant Peppers. How big was your poultry?
Please. How big was your poultry?
How big was your poultry?
Can we go there, folks? We're gonna
Yeah,
go there.
can we finally
Am I
ask
allowed
this
to ask?
question? I haven't asked this since college. How big was your poultry?
I want to say it was like a 3-pound bird,
Whoa. Okay.
3.5
Okay.
maybe.
So,
Yeah,
how big is that in chicken sizes?
That's
in chicken sizes.
It's like a jumbo chicken.
Is that jumbo
Oh.
chicken?
I think that's a small bird.
I think we're
So small?
talking more in the medium to small, or
Okay.
well, medium
Oh, so
to
an extra
small.
large.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay.
extra large.
that's right. Extra large.
In the shrimp world, that's an extra large.
It's
Um,
good. This is
sounds
freaking
good.
salt, fat, acid, heat woman's recipe. I do it all the time. It's very easy.
The
Just gotta
Salman
prepare.
Nasrat.
Hell yeah.
I love her. That's awesome. That sounds so good.
It's easy. You just have to prep for it. You just have to remember to do it the day before to do the brine, and then you pick it out the next day, and it's very easy. Just throw it in the oven, pretty much.
I should cook more.
Well, you had
Yeah.
a chicken problem one time.
Yeah.
I had a huge chicken problem.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It wasn't cooked.
It didn't cook. I cooked it for a long time. Didn't cook.
Mhm.
So this is embarrassing,
Okay.
Uh-huh.
and I realized this after.
Chefs I procured for you.
Yeah, that's what it is.
God.
But if
Sorry.
folks,
Sorry. I have to interrupt the podcast.
no, please.
So I'm gonna list off who Amar follows.
Oh no. Okay,
Oh,
this will be good.
no.
This will be good.
Donald Trump,
great.
Oh, God.
real Donald Trump, Eric Trump,
2?
FLOTUS, First Lady. Oh no. The White House. I guess he wants to storm that too. Team Trump and Melania.
Oh, no.
We love Amar.
There you
He's
go.
one of the great Amars of our time.
Amar came up to me, tears in
I
his
love
eyes.
Amar.
Tears in his eyes.
Wait a
Amar
minute.
was robbed.
I
He
love
was
Amar.
robbed.
Have you seen Amar? Amar's great.
We never talked about when Trump said that he went to jail and the police were crying. He says these cops were crying when he was in there.
They were crying, all of
They
them.
hated
So
it.
sad.
And these are
So
big
sad.
cops. These are big New York cops. Tears in
They
their
were
eyes.
big.
Have you
I was
seen these
bigger.
guys?
I was bigger. They said, tears in their eyes. We need
Tears
you to
in their
enlist. We
eyes.
need your help.
They couldn't believe how nasty they treated me. Could you believe how New York treated me? All the things I did. I stopped the New York Five. Remember them? The Central Park Five.
I went to a
I
Mars
saved
restaurant.
the city.
Great restaurant. Brought McDonald's.
Yes. Brought a knife and fork for the McDonald's.
Had a whole basketball team there with me.
Yeah.
Got them some McDonald's.
Yeah. You hear about this Jordan guy? There's a movie out about this guy. It's very good.
Pretty relevant.
So here's the embarrassing thing is that, yeah, it's a procured. Sure, it's a procured. That's fine. But all the people with the keen ears who've been listening to this show the past 3 weeks will know that I think it's the same thing I've had the last 3 weeks. Chef, last night I procured for you Thai food from
Yay!
Charm Thai, drunken noodles with chicken, and I mixed up. I didn't have Tom Kha soup. I had Tom Yum soup, so it's a little different. But yeah, still, I was eating it last night, and I was like, motherfucker, this is the third time in a row I'm gonna have to say this. And I could have lied, but we all know what happens when I lie. I get busted.
You get busted by Reeves.
I can sniff it out.
You can sniff it
Got
out.
a schnauz on me for that.
So
There's no
three-
shame in what you did. I
Well,
think
there's
it's
a
okay.
little shame. This is like the third time, so now it's kind of setting a pattern. Now your body and your tummy is going to be expecting it next Thursday as well.
I'm already Pavlovian response to like bad food. It is like my
So here's
body
my
at this
question.
point. Please.
You ordered this food, or did you go pick it up? Because yesterday Brian posted him fucking driving through the woods.
That was
with
me
his-
picking
with
it
his
up.
home-
That
with
was
his
me picking
homie.
it up. I was driving to
The
pick
woods.
up. I was driving to pick up Thai food with my homeboy Everett in the passenger seat, and I was driving.
No
and
seatbelt, by the
he
way.
was sitting there. He was sitting there, and
Ryan.
he was looking
New
really
Jersey
cute.
laws.
He was looking really cute, and I was like, you know what you do? I just go to Instagram Live and just put the camera on my
Yeah.
dog. That's what I
thought,
did.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I saw that and I was preparing to go and do a show, and I was like, "Is he taking his dog to get put down?"
When
Oh,
when you messaged me what I was doing, I was like, oh no, are people thinking that?
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was
Um,
like, "Oh crap!"
No, there would be so much crying.
Because
no.
it was just your hand petting him on the head, and I was like, "What's happening right now?"
Sorry for those people that I scared. No, it was just a cool. It just felt like the right thing to do at the time. I put the camera
Uh-huh.
on my little man.
Uh-huh.
He's the passenger seat, cruising,
He's
listening to
chilling.
new Heart Attack Man music.
Yeah.
Just go and pick up Thai food. That's my dude. That's my number one. That's my
Uh-huh.
day one.
Wait,
showing him
Jamal,
off.
why did you think that this meant that he was going to go take out his dog?
Well, I couldn't listen to any music because I was backstage. So I was just looking
Oh,
at like
you were just watching
He
a sad
never
dog.
he never posts a video. Like he never goes live. First
No,
of all,
I've
on
never.
Instagram. So I was
Whoa.
like, "What is it? Is he like broadcasting like the trip to
The
put down his
first
dog
time.
that he refuses to get a tattoo of?" Like,
No, he's
just
the one that
get
has
the
the tattoo.
It was
Oh,
either
okay. Okay.
he's the one that has the tattoo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I was like, "What's happening right now?" Like, I can't hear any music, and I'm just seeing someone
Yeah.
constantly pet this dog. I felt like you were saying like, "It's gonna be all right."
It's
man.
gonna be okay.
Oh, no.
And in your mind, you're playing
Yeah.
like, oh, it's like Jeff Buckley's Hallelujah is what he's playing in the background.
And
I
then
would
I was
never. I was the Kate McKinnon version. Come on.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Mm.
I literally was
you
like,
guys,
all right.
Kate McKinnon, and that's an worship hallelujah. Can we talk about it?
Oh wow.
Hallelujah.
I'm gonna keep fighting. Is that what she said?
Oh yeah, because she was doing Hillary.
Hell yeah, man.
Kate McKinnon, nasty woman, real nasty woman.
Anyways, I compartmentalized that and then did the show. And then I came back and was like, I hope that dog's still alive.
You're
No,
like,
he
I
is.
just watched
Yeah.
my friend take out their dog.
He's chilling.
If that was the first time you ever went live and you used it to as your dog dies.
I want to say I went live like 10 years ago, and I was going through old posters. I have great content.
Yeah.
You do. You're a good. Everyone should follow Brian on
Yeah.
Instagram.
Please do. It's pictures of my dog.
Both of these lives have been a cry for help.
Yeah, it's very obvious. Please, someone help me.
Update. If
Yeah.
you search for Obama
Uh-huh.
under Amar's, I guess the people he follows,
Oh, this is gonna be good.
no users found.
Oh, okay. At least
Oh,
it's not like some like fuck Obama, like those like.
yeah, like a hate site.
Well, hold on a second. Did you do one of Obama's side handles? Chocolate drop or like light skin
Run by
for the
him.
win or tan suited up? You try any of those? He might be under one of those.
I see. Give me a second. How do you guys
Well,
sign up for Instagram?
One of his is afternoon octoroon, so figure that out.
He has to be following one of these, surely.
Yeah, he's got to be on one of these. So
Chefs, I have procured for you. I
Yes.
also procured this week
mhm.
some street tacos from a place that's like down the street from my apartment. And it was really good. So if anyone's ever in LA, I mean, I'm sure there's good restaurants, but like street tacos
That's not
outside of
what I
like a
heard.
grocery store.
That's not what I heard either.
What did you
The
hear?
restaurants are terrible there.
I heard they
Wait,
suck
what?
shit. And it's all
Yeah.
about the tacos in LA.
Oh
Yeah.
no! Yeah, I mean, I don't know anything. I was telling you guys this earlier. I don't know anything yet. I hate LA, but their tacos are really good.
You got to
Hey,
give us
when I
some
was in
deets
LA
about these teaks. What's inside of these bad boys?
Okay, so you go and you can get a big, like tons of different meats. I went with the chicken, but you can get like cow's brains. You can get beef tongue. Like you can get some
Yes.
fun, good, delicious
Yes.
stuff. And they cook it all together. So like I've been with before with my brother who's vegetarian, and he was like, "Oh, I'll just get like a cheese quesadilla." And they cook the quesadilla like on the chicken, and then they just separate it later.
That's how it
So-
is, and that's real
It
Mexico.
was
When I was in
awesome.
Mexico City, that's what they did. It's like a big pot of
It's a big pot,
all the
exactly.
meat, and you're just like, what do I want? And I'm
What
like,
do
I
we
want
have-
chicken, and then you have to assume that they give you chicken. You don't know. I don't know
You
how
have
they
no
know.
idea.
I don't know how
I
they
don't
know.
think, and it doesn't matter because it's good. It's like fried up, and it's like the cheese is like cooked on it, and they do like the double taco,
Yes.
and then they just have this like giant table with like 60 different toppings, and you don't know what anything is. You just like are ladling
Just
stuff.
putting
with-
it on.
Yeah, and so you just ladle on and then you can put like little plastic baggies to go, so in case you want to like ladle stuff later.
Ooh, love
So-
it.
Wow.
It's so good.
You got to do a radish on them. Love a radish.
I
on
got
taco.
radish, yeah,
Love
the
that.
little radish. I'd never had that until here, and it was really good. It's like a crunchy.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's all the good stuff. There's a green sauce that's really spicy. That's like so good.
Wow. I had tacos in LA when I was here earlier this year for a hot
Ooh.
second. Gotta say, it is about the tacos. It's about the tacos.
The street tacos.
It's
they're
all about
so
the
good.
tacos.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it
Did
is.
you get?
It's
Did you
exactly
get?
that.
Did you get a drink to go with those from the place?
No, they don't do drinks. I mean, you can go into the overly priced grocery store that's across the street from it, which is like a Coca-Cola for like $7. So
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's
Los
how you know it's
Angeles.
good.
Yeah, right. It's extra fizzy or something.
Yeah.
Is
Is it in a glass bottle?
They do have it in the glass bottle.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, like the grocery stores here are such a weird. There's so many of them. I think I'm
Mhm.
used to like in the DC area, like 4 good grocery stores that you like.
Yeah.
You know what to expect versus here, like the levels. So like this one is like a Safeway or a Giant equivalent. It's called Pavilions. But then down the street there's an Air One, which is this like super fancy, like there's like bottles of water for $20. Like I don't understand
Mm.
what exactly they're selling, but they're selling something there.
Flown in and melted from Antarctica.
Must be, yeah, or something, or like elves' tears or something like that.
The waters of Lake Minnetonka.
It has to be, yeah. They like someone died to put it in the store kind of thing. Like, it's brutal. I don't know why. I was like, why would water cost so much?
Because it's LA, man. You're there. You got to pay the price to
Oof.
live the life.
They're
You
just
know?
getting you ready for the future.
Yeah, exactly.
When water's and resources gone and we're all fighting over water
Honestly?
and clean air and there's Mad Max and we're all like, oh, welcome,
Sounds like
Yeah.
Sounds like the Top Chef movie.
Oh yeah, it does sound like that.
Yeah,
There
I
was a
think
Top Chef movie?
Oh,
Oh,
Rosie.
It's
you
in
don't know
it's
about
been in
the-
development for a
way.
while.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Are you
Yeah.
guys writing it? Are you on like the writing
If you
board
want to hear
for it?
clips of it, you want to hear snippets of it, you listen to our last season's episode.
It was like 4 seasons
Two-
ago.
I think
4
it
seasons
was-
ago?
Ongoing
I think
and
it was 4
fact-finding.
years ago.
Yeah.
First
done
of
any-
all, always nice to meet a fan. Thanks for listening. But yeah, Tom did write a screenplay and he sent
Yeah.
it to us piece by piece.
Yeah.
And it's pretty good.
It's very good.
It's pretty
It's
good.
long.
It's
a
long.
long read.
It's like
Oh,
1,000 pages.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a page turner at first. And then it kind of
So for
stops
the
being a
first-
page turner. For the first 400 pages of page turner.
It gets a little lost in the sauce in the middle.
Mhm.
There's a lull, and then it picks back up at the end.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah.
Any good story does.
So let's vote.
All right.
The rules are, Rosie, you can't vote for yourself.
Okay.
Yep. All right, I'll go first. I'm going to vote for Rosie.
Oh,
Okay.
thanks.
Okay. And I'm going to vote for Rosie too.
Oh my gosh.
All
thanks.
right. I'm going to vote for Reeves.
Nice.
Thank you for your vote.
I'll vote for the goldfish. That's my favorite.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
The Jamal stage.
All right.
She
So-
did
Alright,
it on purpose
so
so she
got-
could win.
No vote. I got no vote.
Brian got no vote. That's good.
But keep doing it.
But your
Only
dog's
one-
still alive.
person
Yeah,
with
your
no
dog's
vote.
still
Yeah.
alive. That matters. So,
If no one asked, but the Thai food was delicious. No one asked. It was very good.
Well, you
Better
get it
than
You
every
told
week.
us the past few
yeah.
times.
Yeah, you get it every week. Were we supposed to ask the same question?
Yeah, how was it? It was good.
Maybe you should get it again.
Hey man, don't
Don't tempt.
tempt me with a good time, man. I'll do it.
All right, so we're ordering food. Rosie's getting street tacos. No one went to a restaurant. I guess there's a war against restaurants. We're right back after this.
Well, Jamal, it finally happened. I was at my boxing class and I got all my teeth knocked out.
Only a matter of time, Brian.
Yeah, that's what I get for not covering my face.
Yeah, this is gonna mess up your food situation, though, isn't it?
It would normally, but actually I just got the BlendJet 2.
What's the BlendJet 2?
It's a portable blender and it's small and quiet, but also it can like cut through ice and frozen fruit, which is good because I'm putting entire meals in it. I'm putting like a burger in it and then blend it veggie burger. And then I could eat, because if I didn't have this, I would starve.
You said your teeth are knocked out.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of see what looks like Party City teeth in your mouth.
Mm-hmm. So before I got the BlendJet 2, I was like, well, I gotta get some teeth. But I had to return, actually. I had a werewolf mask I had to take back. So I figured I'd do a two birds, one stone.
I think you're fine, because if what I know about this is right, BlendJet 2 is portable, so you can blend up a smoothie at work, a protein shake at the gym, or even a margarita on the beach. I mean, it's small enough to fit in a cup holder, but powerful enough to blast through tough ingredients, like you said, ice and frozen fruit with ease.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was reading the other day in a pamphlet that BlendJet 2 is whisper quiet, so you can make your morning smoothie without waking up the whole house. And you can't do that now, because you used to do that talking. But you
Oh
can't
yeah,
really
I wake
talk
up the whole
now,
house
so-
no matter without a loud blender. I do it, so it's good now that I have this to be whisper quiet.
And you're definitely going to need BlendJet 2, because it lasts for 15 plus blends and recharges quickly via USB-C. I mean, you're doing all your meals. I mean, this on a normal blender, this would destroy the blender very quickly, but you got a BlendJet 2, so you'll be fine. And I know you hate doing dishes, so the best of all is BlendJet 2 cleans itself. You just blend water with a drop of soap and you're good to go, Brian.
Yep, yeah, because I really don't like doing dishes or cleaning my own body, for that matter. And the one that I got, it's this beautiful green color. They have so many cool colors, but the one I got was green because green makes me think of food.
Mm-hmm. Green makes you think of food.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Any particular food?
Money.
Well, I don't know what you're waiting for. You should probably go to blendjet.com and grab yours today. And be sure to use the promo code PODCHEF12 to get 12% off your order and free 2-day shipping. You know, no other portable blender on the market comes close to the quality, power, and innovation of the BlendJet 2. They guarantee you'll love it or your money back. Oh, I thought you were going to say the last part, but I just realized you can't really talk very much. So that's kind of.
It hurts to talk.
Yeah, it hurts to talk. So you know what, Brian? Blend anytime, anywhere with the BlendJet 2 portable blender. Go to blendjet.com and use the code PodChef12 to get 12% off your order and free 2-day shipping. Shop today and get the best deal ever. I'm going to call you a dentist.
Okay. Well, let them know I don't have any money because I ate it all.
We should have ended on my line about the dentist.
Pod Chef.
Welcome back to Pod Chef. This is episode blah, 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 season 20, episode 8, Restaurant Wars, baby. We're here. It's
war, brother.
And here's my thing. I know that this is the International All-Star season, but considering what's going on in the world, should we be using that term restaurant?
I hear you and I agree.
Yeah.
It's an outdated term.
Yeah.
We're smart enough now that we know we shouldn't use it.
Mm-hmm.
Feeding commune. Is that so hard for people to say? Like, I don't understand. That's what it really is. Like, it's not a restaurant, you know?
I'm just what I don't get about the whole thing is seems like every year there's another war. You know, my dad served 30 years ago. My brother served. Now I'm serving in the restaurant war also. Like, when's it going to stop? You know, I'm over there. I'm in this restaurant and I'm seeing people cook and eat.
Rosie, this is where we just give him space.
And
Brian, did you write this out?
and I gotta come, and then afterwards I gotta come home and I gotta look at my daughter in her eyes.
You have a daughter?
And all I see is the restaurant war.
Rosie, give him space.
I'm just picturing her. Just give me a runway. I'm just picturing her in 20 years in a restaurant war. I don't want that for her. You know, yeah, maybe in 20 years it'll be a digital restaurant war where she's sitting behind a computer cooking truffles. I don't want that for her.
Usually don't cook.
We need to break the cycle of restaurant wars. God damn it! Like, we're just gonna sit back and watch it every year and promote it and just be and change it up. Like, this year, there's not gonna be a maitre d'. You don't have to worry about that stuff. It's still war. God damn it! And it still shouldn't be happening. If in 20 years my daughter's in a restaurant war, God help this country.
Wow.
That was really beautiful.
And that's from your screenplay, Born on the 4th of Restaurant Wars.
I assume that came from the Top Chef movie script.
I pitched it to Tom. He turned it down. He said, the shit's all me. Hands off. I am doing a one-man show. You can catch me at, I was going to say a Subway, but that is a sore subject right now with cheap performers. You can catch me. I'm going to go on Instagram Live. I'm going to do that whole thing.
Okay. Is your dog going to be okay?
His dog will stay alive.
He will be there if he can.
Oh, no.
He's busy.
Brian, you can't. Is this one of these things again where it's like, I don't know what's going to happen to my dog if no one watches this?
Oh, no.
I just feel like that's...
Just make sure you tune in. Just make sure you tune in. That's all I can say. Make sure you tune in. Born on the 4th of Restaurant Wars. All proceeds go to me, and I'll spend that money on things that I like, and that'll boost the economy. So, you know, I'm helping someone in some way. So,
I think the picture. I mean, listen, I could talk about this all day. The picture you used for the promo was a little offensive.
Was it?
I mean, it's you in fatigues in a wheelchair. And you're rolled up to a table that has an American flag over it. You're eating a big bowl of soup.
Yeah, and I have the PO
license plate that says "Don't tread on me."
I have that's in the back of my chair. I have a POW MIA napkin tucked into my shirt to prevent the soup spilling all over me.
Yeah.
You're drinking your wine out of a barrel of just something. Looks like a weapon of some sort.
Yeah, no, it's so it is something of a gun that I have that I've turned into a
barrel
of wine glass.
Yeah. It's like a blunder voice from like the pirate times.
You know, what I want to do is I want to make you think.
Okay.
And if you're looking at that cover and you're not thinking, like, what the fuck's wrong with this guy? Does he know this shit's fucking, he shouldn't be fucking doing this? He didn't serve this as stolen valor. Then you're thinking, and I did my job.
So it's a Restaurant
If
Wars
my
episode.
Serving a restaurant war to fight for this restaurant that
Oh, he's
did
starting
what
again.
for
He's
her.
starting again.
Yeah, give
Did
him
what
space.
for her? No social security, no safety net, no health insurance, and she's going off to war while they do what? Sit back and eat.
Brian, come back, Brian.
Whoa, sorry. Oh,
I want to direct the movie, and
please.
that part's going to happen at the very end, and it's going
Yeah.
to be dubbed over, and you're going to be walking slowly into a restaurant, and like a big, huge, like hazmat suit kind of thing
Mhm.
that will protect you, and you're like going back into the war, but it's like the overdub of like you saying that you don't want to do this thing, but it just pulls you back in, baby.
Yeah, and right before that, I'm in like a grocery store looking at like all the frozen foods, and I'm just like, what the fuck is all this stuff? And I can't be in this world anymore. That's all I
Yeah,
know.
man.
Mhm.
That movie fucking rules. I really like that movie a lot.
So it's the Restaurant Wars episode. Let's set the table here. At the top of this episode, there's a lot of Nicole happening,
Mm-hmm.
and way more than any other episode. And I immediately was like, "This is not good for you, Nicole."
Oh.
So here are the teams. You get Gabri, Nicole, Tom, Vittore, and you've got Ali Amar, who was also wearing a "Make America Great Again" hat this entire episode.
Was he?
No.
You didn't
Then
see
you got
it?
Buddha and Sarah.
Missed
Yeah,
it.
you didn't see it on his.
Tom said
apron?
they had to digitally cut it out.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
So anyone watching, if you go back, you'll see that his hair moves a lot this entire episode, and it's all because of the digitizing of the hat off. He refused to take it off. So those are the teams. The chefs competed in Restaurant Wars with chef patron Claire Smith serving as guest judge. Instead of having to build a pop-up restaurant from scratch, the two teams served their meals at Smith's 3 Michelin star restaurant, Core by Claire Smith.
That sucked.
The name.
Hold on. The contestants were also provided with professional restaurant director and wait staff to help run their service, meaning they were not responsible for front of the house duties, which every other contestant watching this episode this season is screaming now, like, how come they got to get away with not having to do front of the house?
Yeah, it's a shift. So at first I was like, I hate this. That's part of the drama. And then I didn't really mind it.
No, I didn't.
I didn't
now
like
they're being
it.
judged on the food.
You
I
didn't
didn't
like
like
liked
it. It was very calm in the kitchen the entire time, and there was very little like, I don't know. It just I like someone doing front of house. I think that's fun only because I think that the judgments that they put on them are stupid and have nothing to do with food,
Yeah.
and that's fun to me. I love when they're like, "Well, Nick didn't tell me about this dish, so he's going home." That's very funny to me.
It is
Well,
interesting.
Buddha,
It's
Buddha
a different
did front of house a little bit.
He
Oh,
did.
he did. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just like that part of Restaurant Wars where they pretend it's a restaurant that they made. Like
You want the
Padma
drama.
comes in, Padma says, reservation for 4. She still does that. I love that so
I
much.
love it. Yeah.
I just miss that part when they're like, why is the service so bad? Because they built a restaurant in fucking 12 hours with people who have never been here before. Like, I think that's fun to me. They just meet the servers who are like, who are these people? They don't know what they're doing. But this is like a trained staff at a 3
Yeah.
Michelin star restaurant.
I loved
Like,
it.
That's going to be good. Like,
Yeah.
That's
you
how I
lose
knew the
some of the
maitre
fun.
d'. This is how I knew the maitre d' was good. First question after Tom talked to him was like, "Do you want the dessert separated on 2 different plates?" And they were like, "Oh crap, we didn't even think about
He
that."
said 2 different checks. He kept saying checks that
Yeah.
they were going to pay for the food.
Oh, I thought he said 2 different plates.
He said checks. He kept
Oh.
saying checks. Do you want it on different checks?
Oh.
He was still mind blown.
Meaning the thing that they write it on, right?
I guess. Yeah, I guess
Yeah,
so.
I
But
think
they
so.
to me,
put
it
it up and
sounded
they
like
write it. And I think he's saying like, do you want it separated versus like all on one when you read it?
that makes sense.
I enjoyed this. I like the fact that it was just being based on what did you make. That's what this show's supposed to be about. So keep Restaurant Wars about the food making. all
Yeah.
right?
I liked
And-
it. I think it was a nice listen. Front of house does have an element of fun drama to it. But you know, you have opportunities where you can tell a group of people that you had COVID at one point, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But this did focus more on the food.
But
Yeah, which was cool. That's kind of what I like to see, especially like this season. Everyone is so good and the stuff they were doing was so interesting that's really all I wanted to see.
The drama comes when he still stand up or not. Sorry, Brian, I just interrupted.
No, you're fine.
But there's also drama of the secret guest judge, Jimmy Pham.
That I liked.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like that a
Yeah.
lot.
And
Though
I
he
gotta
Loved
say,
it.
He seemed to love everything, though. so-
He loved everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was so nice. Everyone was like, I haven't watched enough of the newest season, but like everything they would like pick apart, and he would be like, "It's great. I think this is so
He loved
smart."
everything.
I also for a little bit was like, is it the black guy or the other guy? And then when they went to the other place, it was like, duh, it's the black
He
guy.
brought somebody else. Yeah, he changed up his guest.
Yeah.
I want to quickly. I don't want to move too far away before we get too deep into this. The very opening of this episode, Sarah reveals that Charbel gave her a secret that she immediately told as soon as he left.
Yeah.
Which
Not
I
a
think is,
secret anymore.
which is very rude to do. She's like,
Not
Charbel's
you to
gone.
tell.
Here's the secret he told me to do. He said that he loves Ali, he wants to be like him, and that's why he did Top Chef. But that's Charbel's secret, dude. Why'd you give that away immediately?
Yeah. He also told me that like at one point he hit a drifter with his car and he just kept driving. He said I
Yeah.
couldn't tell anyone, but like I'm telling
Yeah.
everyone everything now. So
He
It's on
said
his-
that,
TV.
yeah.
His
said that, like,
family's media company protected him.
yeah, he told me that like one time I caught him like he's like walking to the bathroom like 4 a.m. and I was like, "You didn't have any pants on?" I was like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Hey, I peed the bed. I do it every night. I put my clothes inside the washer and I wash them every night because I want anyone to know that I pee the bed." She's like, "Don't tell anyone." She's like, "I won't." But now he's gone. I'm telling you, he pees the bed every night.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Instantaneously.
So it's his fault, really.
You gotta know who to trust,
Yeah.
and he picked wrong.
Yeah, that's why my walls are always up.
Can we also say, so they're shopping. Also,
Uh-huh.
it's a bummer that Amar sucks because I love Poppy and Habibi so much. I think that's a lot of fun. I love that when they get picked together, Pat was like, "Why?" and Buddha's like, "They come as a duo."
Hold on a
these
second
two are
here.
a set.
Do you just not like Amar because of his political choice? Are you boiling him down to one thing about his personality? You're not treating him as a whole human being. You're just throwing him out, Brian. I mean, if I've got to learn this stuff about white people, surely you can learn this stuff about Amar and maybe treat him as a 3D person instead of being two-dimensional. Like
We
your
all know
view
that-
of it.
Wow.
These
This
have
is
all
from his
changed.
one-man show too.
A
Should I
song to
give him
slavery.
space too?
Yeah, we all saw that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're at the store. They split up to do store stuff.
Mhm.
Tom buys 5 beautiful heads of cabbage. I mean, those beautiful heads of cabbage you
Oh,
have.
my
Mm.
goodness.
They buy everything. They leave. There's a whole basket they left behind, which
Yeah.
Sarah and
The
Buddha find,
cauliflower.
Yeah.
and they don't flag the team down.
It's not their
Mm.
job.
Well, they cut the scene where Sarah's like, "Well, I'll just pick it up and I'll bring it with me," and then Buddha just like knocked it
it
to the
down.
ground.
Mm.
And he was like,
grabbed her by the shirt
Yeah.
and pulled her in. He's like, "This is war."
He's like, "Do you want to
Yeah.
fucking win this or what? Do you want to?
Yeah.
What are you trying
His
to do?
voice
lose?
changed
Are you trying to
immediately.
lose? Are you trying to lose?
Are you trying to lose this?
This
fellas?
is war.
Yeah.
This is restaurant
Yeah.
war. Look, my dad served in war 20 years ago, and you don't help out the person you go to war with.
Yeah. He put
If-
his glasses
I've got a
back on.
daughter.
If my daughter in 20 years has to serve in this war again because I saved the other team, God help this country.
Yeah. So Buddha
That was
attacks,
heartbreaking when that happened. When that whole basket was there, I was like, "Oh
It was
man,
really sad.
that sucked." I felt so bad for them.
I
The
loved it.
cauliflower.
That's
like,
some
just-
season like 3 shit.
Yeah.
Mhm,
But I
mhm.
loved it because the United Kitchen team was mostly on my team. And I said, oh, this is an easy win.
I
Mhm.
mean, listen, when they started picking people, I don't know if we want to go all the way back to the beginning, but like it was pretty clear. I was like, "Oh, this team is stacked. It's gonna be
Yeah.
hard
Yeah.
Yeah.
for Roots
Oh,
Who did
yeah.
the picking, by the way?
Victoire and Buddha?
and Buddha." Yeah,
Mhm.
Oh, Buddha knew exactly what he was doing.
Buddha had
Yeah.
planned it out for like 3 years
Oh,
ago what he would
yeah.
do. Yeah, before he
I-
even knew that this was going to be a season. Yeah,
I
Buddha
think,
saw all of the futures with the time stone a long time ago.
yeah, he did a Marvel. I think Victoire picks for their heart. I think she picked Nicole. She's her friend.
Mhm.
In which, like, oh, so heartbreaking with Nicole and Victoire. They're two. They're crying at the end.
Yeah.
Oh, so sad.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I didn't feel any of that.
I thought both teams did. Okay, here's another gripe of mine with this not having front of the house shit. Is it was only 4 dishes and they were tasting dishes.
Hmm.
Like, if you don't have to do front of house or set up the house or pick out cutlery,
You want a full
why are
meal?
you only doing 4
Yeah.
tiny dishes? This sounded like they
Yeah.
didn't do anything. Like, it was
Yeah.
so little. It was like such like 3 dishes and one of them was a dessert, and that's the whole fucking restaurant war. It felt like not enough to me at all.
And
So
they
you
like
wanna-
even ran out of time too. Like Nicole did, she was like, "Oh, I should have prepped all this stuff the other day, but like I didn't." And then she like ran out of time to like make her own dish. So even then, she like didn't have enough time.
It just didn't feel like enough, and I feel like Buddha's team didn't even do a main.
Mm.
Well, they had that
That little fish thing, but it wasn't like there was no
not the fish
fish.
thing. Excuse me. They had the lamb loin, fourth course.
Mm.
That's
was-
right. Okay.
What was it? Allie's thing?
Yeah.
With barely any sauce on it.
Oh.
Just
Did the
Oh,
other team not
man.
do a main then? Someone didn't really do a main.
yeah, the other team's main was probably the poached sea bream because
Mm.
after that it was, a palate cleanser then tiramisu.
Yeah, it just didn't seem enough. It didn't seem like enough chance to really, because a lot of times in restaurant wars, it's like people doing 2 dishes. They're
Mhm.
huge dishes. It's a giant protein thing. It just felt like, I don't know.
I think it's like the difference between like earlier seasons, it was more about like opening an actual restaurant, like the decor and doing like all of these different dishes for like different patrons versus this was like more of a chef's table thing, which I think allowed
Mm.
them to do smaller plates and just like one plate each.
Yeah.
I guess with the exception of Buddha. Yeah.
Who was the guy
enjoyed it.
who didn't have like he had two plates and there was no sauce, so Tom had to stand up. That was like a 2-plate person.
That was Ali had 2 plates, I think. I think I got that right. And
Yeah,
didn't have
yeah.
enough jus on his
Yep.
plate.
but
so-
no sauce, I guess.
Yeah, Tom went back and looked and terrified everyone.
I would be so scared.
He was like, I'm
especially
sorry.
watch-
Well, the thing is, Tom goes to the back. He's like, I'm just looking for the Jew. And we're all like, okay. Like,
Yeah. They cut that
literally
out.
that's what he said at the end. They were like, I went back there looking for the Jew. And like, oh, you terrified me.
That's even scarier hearing why he was going back there.
I think of all the seasons of all the seasons for him, like it was such a dramatic thing. I feel like they even showed it in the trailer for the show for this season. The reason for him to do it was pretty lame.
Yeah.
Like I thought it was
Yeah.
going to be more of like he was going to go back there and be like, "You damn kids, you're ruining this for me. You're making me look
Mm.
bad.
You're embarrassing me.
You're
I would have
embarrassing me." in
I
front
would
of
have loved
Papa."
for him to go back there and be like, "Is that the sauce you've been putting on?" And be like, "Yeah, give me one of those with full sauce on it right now.
Mm.
I want to see what it tastes like." That's what he should
Or
have did.
full circle, he goes back there and he says, "Did someone throw the sauce out?"
Because there's not enough on here. Someone glued
And
the
then
sauce out.
Ken shows up out of nowhere. It's like, "Aha!"
Doing karate shit.
Night terrors.
Yeah. All right, so let's talk about the courses. The first course for a restaurant called Root, which that was a whole thing when they came up with that name.
You guys know that there's a Canadian clothing brand called Roots?
What?
And it's not related to the movie or what the movie's about at all.
Sounds like something Canada would do.
Is it like outdoorsy stuff?
Yeah, I think their logo
Yeah.
is a beaver.
LL Bean adjacent.
Mm.
Doesn't that
So
seem
it's,
like
it's
it
in the
shouldn't
Patagonia
exist?
world. Why? Because it's
Mm.
called Roots?
Because
There's other
when I think
things
of Roots,
more
I think
popular
of the
than
movie.
Roots.
But that's what I think of. I think of the movie Roots when I hear the
When you
term
think of roots, that's the first thing that comes to your head, not like tree roots.
Or like potatoes.
If you just say Roots,
If someone comes up to me and says roots, I'm like, what are you talking about? Trees?
if it's a if it's a product, I just think
Why
that
would-
that's to me that's synonymous. If you're like, I got some root vegetables, I pulled the roots out, but you're saying like Roots, just like that as a brand name.
No. Because no, I don't.
Speaking of roots, get your tickets now to Awesome Con. LeVar Burton's going to be there, baby.
Guest number 1.
Yeah.
Us
They're
two Friday,
they're rooting
2
for us.
o'clock.
Yeah.
I'm buying my tickets now.
Please.
All right. So root,
Getting
Gabri, Nicole, Tom, Vitoire. First course, the leek and the chestnut. Confit leek with leek velouté and black garlic chestnut. That's Tom's dish.
That looked great.
Second course,
did.
shellfish tortellini, or as some of the guests called it, a shellfish dumpling. Lobster, king prawn, and vermouth beurre blanc. Sorry, that was Nicole's dish. Third course, poached sea bream with black hatape and trout caviar. Gabri's dish. The palate cleanser was the grapefruit and citrus sorbet.
That looked good.
Which also was Gabri. The fourth course was tiramisu my way, which was rice flour cake with mascarpone and plantain cream.
Also looked good.
So those tortellinis did not look like dumplings, and this again goes into my theory that the people that are not judges that come to these things are total freaks and crazy people that have lost their minds.
Who was the woman who was like, no, when like it served on her table?
They're all terrible. I don't know where they find these people, but they all suck. And I would love to be one day.
Oh, 100%. The critic was so much nicer than like the regular patrons.
Totally.
So we go over to United Kitchen, aka UK, with Ali, Amar, Buddha, and Sarah. And the first course, full English, coddled egg, black pudding, truffle toast, and tomato tea. That was Buddha's dish.
The fuck is tomato tea?
So
second course
sounds bad, but I bet it's great.
It looked really good.
Yeah,
it's just warm tomato water.
It did have a feel of like Arrested Development, like hot ham water kind of thing. But I bet it was great.
I'm sure it's like, you keep that pasta water next to it.
I'm not gonna doubt Buddha because he's a fucking killer. Like he does everything great.
Second course, scallop tartare with vadavan and pickled vegetables. That was Amar's dish.
I've seen so much Top Chef and so much British baking show. I could not tell you what vadavan is. I've seen they say those words so much. I don't know what it is at all.
Third course, Cullen skink, leek wrapped cod, potato, and smoked onion. That's the dish, by the way. I don't know if you remember this. The wrapped cod dish. Buddha did that dish last season.
Oh, good catch.
Wasn't his wrapped in like the little very thinly sliced cucumbers?
Thinly sliced potatoes, and he's the one who did it right. Fourth course was lamb loin with frike and apricots, Cornish pasty, braised lamb wrapped in phyllo dough. It was Ali's. Fifth course, strawberries and cream, basil ice cream, strawberry jam, milk gel, and inverted meringue. Okay, Buddha, doing a master's class here in Restaurant Wars. We get it.
It like misted or something. Like
it's got the dry. It's got the
crumbs. Yeah.
Oh man,
he's bringing back the Marcel shit. That shit went away for a while. Buddha's bringing it back.
He's bringing it back the right way because it's not spit on the top of your dish. So.
Spit free.
I remember that episode. Yeah. Spit free. The theater of it too.
Yeah.
He really wanted to impress his former mentor, Claire Smith,
and he does.
And her 3 Michelin stars. Probably would have been 5 if it had been in the Tokyo Dome. Wrestling reference.
That's all gonna pop me.
Brian only. But yeah, I don't know if we mentioned it, but the whole concept was UK, United Kitchen, and then it was all these takes on British food is what their concept. And Buddha was very adamant. Like, he's very forceful in this episode of, like, clearly he planned out everything. If he was going to be, in Restaurant Wars, he knew what he wanted to do and how he wanted to approach it. And he forced kind of like this concept. And he was right. He was like, if you don't have a concept, if it isn't unified, you won't win. Dude,
he's right. I mean, he won last year. He was front of house last year. He didn't win, but his team did well. But he was front of house last year. What?
We don't have to.
Reeves has a clip that he just.
I forgot that. I completely forgot about that. We don't have to at this point.
Okay.
All right, so let's go to judges' table. The UK team is the winning team.
Yeah, they win.
And the winner of the winning team is Buddha. Because he's in 2030 playing Restaurant Wars. So that means we get Team Root is on the chopping block, and I just want to take note of Tom was kind of thrown under the bus, but he like took it on the chin. He didn't even flinch.
Him and Nicole went back and forth, kind of giving each other shit because she was like Tom was in charge, whatever, and then Tom's the person who set the serving, and Tom was like, "Well, we were slowed down by the pasta." Fucking back and forth. That shit looked like a great pickleball game. You know when pickleball games
he didn't even look at it.
Everyone's like really into it, and the volleying and pickleballs going back and forth. It's the fastest growing sport in America.
Yeah, do you guys play? Do you guys know about pickleball?
I don't know anyone playing it, but it's the fastest growing game in America.
It's so
and they were
popular.
playing it.
Yeah, they were doing it there tonight in the Russian War.
They already seemed like they came in knowing that they were going to throw the other person under the bus. Like, I know I'm going down. I'm taking this person. There's good chances they're going to come down with me.
Yeah.
I don't know about pickleball yet. If I know anything about sports in America, it's not going to catch on until black people do it.
Fastest growing, it's definitely very white right now. Fastest growing sport in America. It's like it's like ping pong and tennis put together. Fastest growing sport. You know, LeBron James owns a team.
Good,
Whoa.
good. So that's how black people get
Fastest growing
involved
sport in
it. Good,
America.
good, good.
I think this happened before Judge's Table, or when they were back in the waiting room or whatever. Did you guys catch that Amar dropped a soigné, which we haven't heard on the show in a long time? I couldn't find what season it was from, but it's a word that they were all using at one point. That means like it's like a fake word that like chefs use that mean like fancy. I can't spell it to save my life, and I can't find it. But if anyone hears this episode knows what I'm talking about, they said in one season they kept saying soigné a lot.
SWANYE, soigné.
And it just means like, and it's like a fancy. It's like a pretentious way of saying like it's a word that like Marcel would use.
Is it?
I'm pretty sure Marcel did
You're
use
right.
it.
I think that's. Oh man, I think that is something he would say all the time.
But I can't figure out how to spell it or reference
it's
it.
SOIGNE.
There it is. Yes.
Don't use my spelling then.
I tried. That's how I first did it with a W. It didn't work.
Fine.
It's not at all what you would pronounce. This is my library skills at work.
Did you find a definition for it?
Yeah, so it's sorry, this is so long.
You can abridge it. You can abridge Jones's diary.
There's a lot of jokes. I'm feeling pretty soigné today.
Okay, yeah, now I know what that means.
Yeah.
For
now
those
I
of
got
you
it, Marcel,
out of
got
the
that.
look, soigné is chef's code for perfection. Most chefs don't use it though.
Yeah, it's like used as a joke. I think they use it to make fun of other chefs who would like use it intentionally. I caught it. That's you guys. I'm a fucking real Top Chef fan now. I feel essentially.
You're like a super fan now.
You would think that I like this show or something. Like Amar dropped a word that I've seen in seasons like 2 or 3, and I was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Just a little, so everyone in the podcast that's listening knows what's going on. Jamal has a landline, and it's a direct line from him to Tom and Tom to him. And sometimes it goes off, whenever. And it went off now.
Mm-hmm.
And,
it was the bat phone.
It was the bat phone.
Answer it.
Jamal got up and answered it.
I had to answer it.
Can you tell us what he said?
I cannot. Those conversations are privileged, and you know that, Brian. So the fact that you just answered, you're
I thought
gonna get
I was
out.
in on the privilege.
No, you're not. Not when he calls me directly,
Jamal,
and you know that.
I'm pretty sure that I have privilege.
I don't want to have this conversation on here. I'm uncomfortable in this space right now having this conversation with you.
All right, everyone give me my flowers. I recognize Soigné. Remember, it was a thing that had happened that Marcel had said, I'm the baddest motherfucker at Top Chef ever. And I bet, let's fucking, one of us, not me, I won't do it. Listen to Pack Your Knives and see if those fuckheads caught it. I bet they didn't.
Ooh, take that.
Come on the fucking awesome
the
card.
competition.
Oh my God, that's a
awesome
dream. Let's
Yeah.
fly those dudes in.
I'll pay for it.
Oh my gosh,
man.
Restaurant Wars, but it's you two guys at the convention.
Wow.
Mhm.
I love that idea, but the only issue is that like one, it's just going to perpetuate I lost the accent. Shit, never mind. My daughter.
It's getting
There
to
it is.
him.
My daughter.
My daughter is your intro line, and then you kind of, it's
Yeah.
very hard to just do it. You kind
I
of get
couldn't.
into
Yeah,
it.
I tried. I couldn't do it. I fucking fell on my face like Gabri did 2 episodes ago.
I thought he was going to eat it this time. It was very hard seeing them go back to the stew room after getting grilled by the judges because there's a lot of crying. Nicole
Oof.
says, "Don't sit next to me," to Victoire. She sits in, and
She
they
does it anyway.
immediately start crying. Tom's
anyway.
crying. Gabri wraps himself in a blanket of emotion or something.
Yes, he does. Very cute blanket too. It was a color, a very beautiful blanket.
It's tough. It was tough.
All right, shall we listen to Nicole's goodbye?
Yeah, Nicole goes bye. Let's.
Nicole, please pack your knives and go. I'm so sorry, Nicole.
It's okay.
Yeah, was Padma crying?
Yeah,
You got a shot.
Last chance kitchen.
Tom doesn't care.
You got a shot.
Thank you. That'll
Tom
be
had
all.
to think about himself.
Victoire is bawling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fully. And then she tries to pull her away, but she wants to hug Tom, and Victoire's like pulling her away from Tom.
This competition has taught me so much. Yeah.
Oh
Can't
no.
hug me too hard.
He said that to him because of
That I
his
am still your
affiliations.
cook.
She doesn't want a photo of her hugging him.
I think also Victoire or someone, maybe it's Sarah, says like, "You're gonna be a great mother." Like, not related to the show at all, but like reminds us that she's working on adopting a child. But like, you know what? You lost this show, but you're gonna be a great mother.
Yeah. You won't lose that.
Completely related.
Yeah, you won't lose that show. You won't lose that.
Where are they now, Reeves?
So Nicole is the chef, co-founder, and owner of Cluck and Cleaver, which is like a chicken joint in Canada, Calgary. They make chicken stuff from scratch. She's been on a lot of stuff. So the season she won was an all-star season for Canada. And I think she is the first woman to ever win Top Chef Canada.
Nice.
She also beat Bobby Flay.
Whoa.
She's doing pretty well for herself. So this is kind of not directly related, but I found out that there's this person that does deep data on Top Chef, and I think we should get them on the podcast.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Please.
Let's do it.
This person out of Washington, I'll send it to us. They also do Survivor data, but they were like on Nicole's Twitter, and so I was like, let me check this person out. And they've got good data, and I know data. So maybe we can get them to come on and speak to it.
Holy
because I
shit,
don't know
that's
data,
so cool.
so yeah, give me some
They
data.
got a whole tableau that they link everyone to.
Then they did freaking Last Chance Kitchen, where it was Charbel versus Nicole. They had to use root vegetables, not the movie. In case you're confused, like I was when he said root vegetables. I was like, the movie vegetable? I don't know, make any sense to me. Like it'd be a VeggieTales version of roots.
So
And
an hour, 9
and
minutes.
I'm keeping this. This is funny. So then they had to do pasta with root vegetables, and they both stuffed their pasta with root vegetables. And Tom was like, they could have just cut them up and put them with their vegetables. They could have put them with
like,
the pasta.
Just put some oil and some garlic on it. That's good enough. That's pasta.
And then Charbel wins. Nicole is done for good now.
Yeah. So let's talk about the fantasy league
Please.
standings, because the gates have opened. For the first time, and I think since we've been doing the fantasy league, Reeves doesn't have anyone technically in the main show.
Wow.
No.
Oh no.
That's the first time that's ever happened to me. And listen, sometimes you peak in previous seasons and you have kind of a denouement in the next season where you just kind of have to rebuild. And I feel like that's the part that I'm in right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially with Charbel in Last Chance Kitchen, because he did win the first elimination challenge, and that usually bodes well for someone getting to the finals in this show. So I think he's going to come back in. So Reeves has 45.5 points. In second place is Brian with 53 points.
Ooh, baby.
And in a commanding lead, the person who only put one woman on his team with 67.5 points.
If there's a lesson.
67.5 points. The sexist team, Jamal, is winning right now very handedly. So I told you guys at the beginning of the season, I said, I think this is the season they go back to the roots. And that's why I did not pick very many female chefs.
Not the movie. They're not going back
the
to
movie.
the roots movie.
Going back into the movie.
And you shouldn't be thinking that anyways.
Did anyone have Nicole on their list?
Yeah.
Oh,
and here's the thing. Reeves had 6 people on his team.
He had one. That's right. He had one with
So
everyone.
many
They're all
people.
gone. And they're all gone. That's
And
beautiful.
only one is in the
No.
second
out of
tier, the
8
JV show.
people, or out of
So
9 people,
devastating.
6 are gone that were on your team. That's wild.
I know. And I'm here to run the team. And last year I wasn't here and I won.
So it's going to be interesting. Brian has 3 people still in the competition, and I have 4 strong people, and they're all the picks that I wanted. I said they're going to get me through these middle weeks, and Amar's doing it. He's making cooking great again. So, Rosie, thanks for coming on. Is there anything you want to plug?
If you're in LA, go get tacos and go see improv shows. That's it for me.
If you're in LA, bug Rosie to hang out. She'll oblige you and take you to a show.
I would love that. Yes, please.
Check her out on TikTok as well. You want to plug your TikTok or your social media?
Yeah. If people want to follow on TikTok or Instagram at Ghostly Archive, chat about food, or if you like cooking, share your food pics. I love, or your dog pics if your dog hasn't died yet.
Yeah.
Brian.
Yeah. Or if you're driving with your dog.
If you're driving with your dog, just to go get food, nothing
just to
worse.
get food, nothing else.
Just
not-
looking
not
Nothing
low-key,
else.
In retrospect, it wasn't a great.
Yeah.
Move.
And you're driving through the woods and it kind of looks creepy.
In the moment, it was really
Yeah.
cool to me. He looked really sweet.
Yeah, that's it for me. Thanks so
all right.
much. This was so fun.
We love having you on. All right. Until next time, we're going to pack our knives and go.
This was fun.
Absolutely.
This is great, guys. You guys got something here. This is fun.
Nice.